ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति।
अग्रे बह्नि वृष्टे भानुः रात्रौ चुबुकसमर्पितजानुः करतलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासः तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापाशः कुरुते गंगा सागर गमनं वृथ परिपालनमथवा दानम् ज्ञानविहीन सर्वमतेन मुक्तिं न भजति जन्मशतेन सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्या भूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा संगरतो वा संगविहीनः यस्य ब्रह्मणि रमते चित्तं नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदधीता गंगा जललवकणिका पीता सगृधपियेन मुरारिसमर्चा क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा
योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा सङ्गरतो वा सङ्गविहीनः। With company, without company, in yoga, in bhoga, this person alone enjoys. This person alone is enjoying. From this, we get an understanding. What is the understanding? What happens in the lame person? A normal person, a person who is not spiritual can never enjoy. Only he enjoys, only he can be happy, only he can be happy, only he can be happy. It means the rest cannot be happy. But then what about our happiness? We are also happy, we are also laughing, we are also smiling. Then what is it meant by saying only he can be happy? Supposing if he says he is also happy, you are also happy, then why should we have to change? You can be as you are, you need not change, because you are happy as you are happy, and he is also happy. What is the need for you to change? There is no need for you to change. But then he says he alone is happy. He alone can be happy. He alone is happy means we should understand it as he alone can be happy. Then what about the rest? Aren't we enjoying? Aren't we happy? This is where philosophy gets very irritating. Other than that person, rest of the people are under the false notion of enjoying. You are under the false notion that you are happy. Carrying the monopoly money, you think you are carrying. Carrying monopoly money, you think you are carrying real money. Carrying pebbles, you think you are carrying diamonds. Carrying glass pieces, you are thinking it's diamond. You sell it and somebody buys it also. Okay, you sell a glass piece as diamond, somebody buys that glass piece also as diamond. So who's correct here? The seller and the buyer seems to be correct. The one who is saying both are ignorant seems to be wrong. Are you able to follow? So there I got up from the wrong side, I think, today. Uh, Generally, we don't start like that, but somehow it is going like that. You follow? Somebody is selling a glass piece as a diamond. Somebody buys that glass piece also as diamond. Now there are two people. Who are the two? The buyer and the seller. And then there is a third person who's sitting and saying both of you are wrong because it is a worthless glass piece. It's not a diamond. Both of them will turn back and look at this person and say, you don't know what you are. You don't know what you are talking. Are we both? Are we both fools? Are we both so foolish? The answer is Shankaracharya's answer, not my answer, Srikant. Shankaracharya's answer is both are foolish. Both are foolish. Why? Because your happiness and pleasures are nothing but the misery hidden. The happiness is nothing but the misery hidden. Have you ever not felt miserable about that which gave you happiness? Have you ever not felt it? Nobody learns from it. Are you able to follow? That which gives you happiness has given you misery at another point in time. It means what you experience as happiness is nothing but misery. You think you are experiencing happiness. You think you are going to experience happiness. You think, you imagine, and also say, I am happy. That which is giving you happiness is going to give you misery. Misery very soon. Therefore, what we don't understand, he alone can, yasya brahmani ramate chittam, nandati eva. That person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. Meaning, that person alone knows what true happiness is. Rest are all imagining. Rest are all imagining to be happy. You see a Tom and Jerry cartoon, you laugh. You think you are happy. You see a movie and you think it tickles you. You think you are happy, isn't it? The child is there. You tickle the child. The child is laughing. Is it happiness? Please, this much clarity we should have to say yes or no, isn't it? You tickle the child and the child is laughing. Is it happiness? It is not happiness. It's not joy. It's not happiness. It is just the tickling. It is just the tickling sensation makes you to believe that it is. Are you able to follow? Therefore, he says, Nandati eva. Means that person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. Why? Yogaratova, Bhogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangha Vihinaha. What is Sangha? Association. Sangha means association. Sangha Vihinaha means not associate. So with association, without association, that person remains the same. Yoga and Bhoga are two conflicting environments. In both the conflicting environments, he is happy. Are you able to follow? Yoga and Bhoga is contradictory experiences, conflicting experiences. In both the external experiences of the environment of Yoga and Bhoga, he is happy. Similarly, with company, without company, he is happy. Company means what? Company means some association. That some association which I'm craving for, and some association I detest. I will follow. Always in life, we crave for some, we are craving and longing for some association, and we also detest, that association. Why we crave for it and why we detest it? You crave for it because in that lies, when you are craving for something, why would you crave for it? In that lies your happiness. Hmm? Something happened and your happiness is gone. Now the same person becomes very frustrated. Are able to follow? So at one point of time, there is the company that is pleasing and pleasant. There is another point in time, the same company is frustrating and suffocating. Hmm? Under what circumstances the company is pleasing? Under what circumstances the company is suffocating? There's only one circumstance. What is that circumstance? The company is pleasing. There is only one circumstance in which any company will be pleasing. What is that only circumstance in which the company will be pleasing? Hmm? They become your slave. Correct. They become your slave. Then it is very pleasing. Correct. To have few slaves around is always very, very happy. What is that condition by which that company will be very pleasing to you? Pampering. You will follow? When you are pampered, that company will be very, very pleasant. Pampering means how do they pamper your ego? How your ego get pampered? How your ego get pampered? Exclusivity. Without you, the whole lot will collapse. Are you able to follow? Pampered. Pampering happens at the physical level, material level, emotional level, intellectual level, etc. And higher the levels of pampering, more your infatuation. That's where that's where in order to keep the people, you have to keep massaging their ego all the time. More and more you massage their ego, more and more they'll get very, more and more you massage their ego, more and more they will be impressed. More and more they will want to associate. Are you able to follow? The moment you pointing out to the ego, they will not, like it, they will not want it. Are you able to follow? It means what? The condition for association is what? You should be Sangaratova Sangavihinaha. For Sangha to happen, you should be pampered. When pampering stops, the company will stop. In the ordinary case. In his case, he is saying, whether he is pampered or not pampered, people say you are great or people say you are the worst. People want to associate, people doesn't want to associate. He remains happy. He remains happy. How he remains happy? Because he has taken the declaration. Are you able to follow? Because he has taken the vow. He has taken the pratigya. The vow in English, in Sanskrit, it's called pratigya. Pratigya means the vow, the promise. What is the promise that he has taken to himself, to oneself, that you have to take? What is the promise that you have to take? That you will be yogaratova, bogaratova, sangaratova, sangavihinaha. What is the promise if you take that even relatively you can enjoy all that?
I will not pamper, I will not be pampered.
I am going to change myself from within. The moment you take the stance that I am going to change myself from within, the moment you say I am going to change myself from within, what it means? Rest can remain as they are. I choose to get unaffected. Are you able to follow? This is what it means. Again, I repeat. You take the vow. What is the vow? I have decided to change myself from within. I have decided to change within myself. What is changing means? What is changing means? Dependency. Pampering means I am dependent. Some company I am dependent because I need my ego to be pampered. I need my ego to be massaged. And whoever pampers your ego, whoever massages your ego, you go and identify. Are you able to follow? It means you are in need of being pampered. Are you able to follow? Changing from within means what? You take a pratignya that I am going to change from within. What does that mean? What does that mean? I am not going to be dependent. Dependent on what? Sangarathova. What is that dependency on Sangha? What is a dependency on association? I need to be pampered. I don't need that. I have decided that I am not to be dependent on pampering henceforth. That is changing from within. Are you able to follow? Second change from within is I am not going to call anything as mine. There was a beautiful culture. There was a beautiful culture in this country, not anymore. Even when they point out to their own children, they will not say my child. They will point out to the other person and say, the father will never say my child. He will say the mother's child. The mother will say father's child. What kind of a thing? Why can't you say my child? What a beautiful culture it is. Are you able to follow? Because you are not supposed to say my child. But then the more and more you can say my, more and more you feel, the relationship is getting cemented, isn't it? More and more you say mine, you feel it is getting, the bond is getting stronger and stronger. For the bond to get stronger and stronger, the Vedantic method, Shankaracharya method, the only proven method till date, and it will be the same in future also. The only way the bonding can become stronger and stronger and stronger is, what is that method by which the bonding can become stronger and stronger and stronger? There is only one method, and that method is called sannyasa. There's only one method by which you can be happy. Tena tyaktena bhunjitam. The Upanishad has said it very clearly. Are you able to follow? So change from within means what? I am not in need of going to be calling something as mine. I can associate with everything without the need of calling it as mine. What a freedom it is. And that person will be happy. Are you able to follow? Supposing you can relate with everything and there is no need to call anything as mine, and that person alone can be happy. Now you need to necessarily call something as mine to be happy. So what is this pratignya that you take? What is the pratignya that you take? This is the pratignya that you take. I have decided to change from within. Are you able to follow? Opposite of that is trying to change the outside. When you try to change outside, then only you will say some people are good, some people are bad. This person I can associate with, this person I cannot stand. Only when you think the change has to happen outside, then only you will say, this person I can handle, this person I cannot handle, this person I can stand, this person I cannot stand. That's why in Vedantic Sannyasa is in the world. Vedantic Sannyasa is not to be practiced in the jungles. Very well follow. Vedantic Sannyasa, it cannot be practiced in the jungles. Why? If sannyasa can be practiced in the jungle, if the ideal place for sannyasa is jungle, assume that. Carefully follow. கணேஷ் லாஜிக்கு கேர்ஃபுல்லாக ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்க. அப்புறம் அப்புறம் புரியலன்னு வாட்ஸ்அப் மெசேஜாக போடாதீங்க. Carefully follow the logic. If jungle is the ideal place for you to grow, we all understand that divine, the creator, has far more intelligence than us. At least do you agree to that? At least do you agree? Subramaniam, divine, God has more intelligence than you, than me put together. Agreed? The creator has better intelligence than you and me put together. Oh no, sir. அப்படி கிடையாது. Creator had more intelligence. Computer அவரே கொடுத்திருப்பார்ல. We only created the computer. No. Therefore, who's intelligent? Creator or me? Logic is very clear. If creator is intelligent, creator would have given the aeroplane already, and that plane which will not crash also, isn't it? So who is smarter? இப்படிலாம் சொன்னேன்னாக்க சார், you yourself is, why are you talking like that? Why can't you just say you are right? சொல்ல மாத்தி பேசினா what we will do? Who is, with all this argument also, who is more smarter? Divine or you? Divine. Because how much ever best you think you are and create an aircraft, divine will make sure that it will crash. How much ever you think you are going high, you may think high. Divine will come and tell you what? Wait. Yeah. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gives this example. Ego is like the kite flying. The kite flying believes that it is independently flying, not realizing the fellow here is holding the kite. Na katadi pa? Katadi. Yeah. Who has flown kites? Who has flown kites? Right. Yeah. You have to hide and fly kites, no? Isn't it? At least in my house, I can't come and say I flew kite and 3 cutting போட்டேன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது இல்லையா? வானால 3 cutting போட்டேன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது வீட்டில். If you come and say that, you will be, that's all, you will be banished from the house, isn't it? Kite. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gives this beautiful example. The kite is flying, and when the kite that is flying is believing that it is flying all by itself, independent. Is the kite independent? How much ever high it flies, who's controlling it? Yeah, he goes beautiful. One of the wonderful things is to fly the kathadi. Yeah, nalla irukum. You can go, you can fly. The eagle is truly independent. The eagle is truly independent because there is nothing that can pull it down. The kite is thinking it is free, but it can be pulled down. Are you able to follow? Now, divine is like what? Divine is like the eagle. So we are all like the kite thinking that we are smarter. Now come back to the logic. I didn't forget it. Now, who is more? Okay, wise man. Wisest. So we'll ask that man only, the wise man. Captain, okay, va? Okay. Silky, they give names to themselves in this group. One person calls himself captain, another person calls himself wise man, another, I don't know what all, another person calls Kolatur. Now I can't call them by their names also. Yeah. on our notes, our wise man. How much ever we think we are wise, is divine more smarter than us, wiser than us? Correct? It is true. Divine is smarter, wiser. If jungle is the best place for us to grow, what that creator would have done? For each and every person, create one jungle and leave that person there. Because life wants you to grow. No, divine wants you to grow. Correct? Life wants you to grow. Divine wants you to grow. If jungle is the right place to grow, jungle is the best place to grow, what divine would have done? Vijayaranganu or jungle. Isn't it? Ravindran. Another jungle. So for one person, one jungle, you will grow easily. No. But that's not how creation has, that's not how it is created. How it is created? We need to live in the, we need to live in the, we need to live in the world with the people. It means what? It means what? Running away is never a, running away is not a very wise practice. Sadhana cannot be done in the jungle. Sadhana can be done only in the, sadhana can be done only in the, only where? Where you are. Are you okay till now? How is wisdom born? How is wisdom born? Always remember, wisdom is born out of conflict. Wisdom is never born out of sleeping. Nobody has become wise by sleeping. Nobody has become wise by not doing anything. Anybody has, if somebody has become wise, that person has put in a lot of struggle and effort. In that struggle and effort, 1,000 times that person would have fallen. Wisdom is born by accepting the challenge. Wisdom is not born by running away from the challenge. But the easiest thing is always what? The easiest thing is to run away. This person, he says, because he is such a wise person, he has gone through the path. Now, he is not saying what the path is. I am trying to explain what we can derive as a message for our sadhana from this. I'm trying to explain what we can do as a sadhana from this verse. What is the sadhana that we can do? Wisdom is born by accepting the challenges of life. Wisdom is born by accepting the challenges of life. And you know what is the greatest challenge? Changing from within. Wisdom is born by accepting the challenges of life. And what is the greatest challenge? In fact, there's only one challenge. What is the only challenge? Changing from within. And that changing from within is called sannyasa. The changing from within is called sannyasa. What does the changing from within means? When you are abused 1,000 times, when you are insulted 1,000 times, you get angry 1,000 times. When you experience it along with the study, tapas, etc. and all that, a time will come where you understand that there is no point in you burning with anger when somebody is insulting. That is happiness. Are you able to follow? You will be insulted 1,000 times and you will be burning inside 1,000 times. You do the sadhana, you do the tapas, you are in the world experiencing it again and again and again. A time will come very soon. A time will come very soon. What is that very soon? No point in burning with anger. No point in burning with fear. No point in burning with jealousy. No point in burning with whatever be it. And everybody will burn with one or Nobody will burn with all the 6. Everybody will burn only with one or two. That itself is enough, isn't it? Why do we need all the 6 to get burnt? Burning with one itself is burning you so completely. The very day you decided what? When somebody abuses you and you will not get angry. When somebody is insulting you and you don't get angry. Nandati nandati nandatyeva. Are you able to follow? Nandati nandati nandatyeva. Opposite of that is we want to run away. We want to run away. Please understand. You want to run away because of what? You want to run away because you see something wrong and bad in it. As long as you don't see anything wrong and bad, you will go and attach yourself to it so deeply. The moment, the day you see something wrong, something bad, you want to run away. What is wrong and bad? Something the other does is not in agreement with you. The moment something other does which is not in agreement with you, you will want to run away. For you to be happy, facing the challenges head on and conquering them. Not running away from the challenges. Remember, challenge doesn't come from the external. Challenge comes from the internal. Again, like a Mahavakya, you should remember. Challenges come from the internal. There is no challenge that comes from the external. Very difficult to accept because we always say challenges are from the world, external. Sannyas means a great awakening. What is the awakening? The awakening that I will conquer the internal challenge. Remember that quotation that Swamiji always gives in the classes, the Archbishop. What is written in the tomb? He says, when I was young, I thought I will reform the entire world. And then now that I am old, the last sentence. Now that I am old, I have realized only one thing. What? First he thought I will change the entire world. Then I thought I'll change the entire country. Then I thought I'll change the entire city, street, house. 4 பேர் தான் ஹவுஸ்ல. How many people? 4 people, no? Kurukshetra, isn't it? 4 people in the house, Kurukshetra. 40 people, now what will happen? Murder would have happened, I think, right now. Isn't it? Kurukshetra. Finally, he says, now that I have become wise, I have realized only one thing. What? Change from within and just stay quiet. Change from within and just change from within and why mudnu illa change from within udne lecture kudukuren start pannakoodadhu. Don't become competitors, sir. As it is, nothing is happening here. I'm worried. I am worse than the barber, isn't it? At least barber kaadu inga onnume illa. Therefore, don't change from Nandati, Nandati, Nandati eva. That person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. That person alone can be happy. Rest are all in the illusion of being happiness. And whatsoever gives them happiness is what is giving them utmost misery. The thing that gave them happiness for a short time is the thing that is going to give you misery for a long period of time. Again, I repeat. The thing that gave you happiness for a short period of time is the very same person that is going to give you misery for a long period of time. But we are like that person, waiting for the drop of honey when crocodile is waiting. Crocodile is waiting. The tiger is waiting. The branch is bending. Python is coming towards you. In that situation, a drop of honey falls. That drop of honey makes you blind to everything. That's the misery. Are you able to follow? That drop of honey. So, nandati, nandati, nandati eva. Very beautiful verse. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihinaha, yasya brahmani ramate chittam. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam means where your thoughts are is going to give you happiness. Where are your thoughts? Brahmani chittam. If the thoughts is on Brahman, you will be happy, you'll be happy, you'll be happy. If the thoughts are on anything other than Brahman, you will be in misery. Are you able to follow? Yasya Brahmani ramate chittam. Meaning, if your thoughts are on Brahman means what? Brahman means the reality. Brahman means the reality. The reality means the clarity. What is the clarity? What is the clarity? Shochanan vashochastvam prajnavadamsya bhashase gatasuna gatasunschya nanu shochanti panditaha. That's the clarity. Are you able to follow? What is clarity? What are you worried, Arjuna? What are you worried? What are you worried about? Shochanan vasho. You are worried about that which doesn't deserve to be worried. Are you able to follow? You are worried about that which doesn't deserve to be worried. What are you worried about, Arjuna? What are you worried about? All of them going to die. You are worried about all of them going to die. Worry about you going to die. Don't worry about the death of the others around you, Arjuna. What are you doing to worry about? What are you doing to worry about? Do something and worry about your death. Your death means what? Beautifully is going to say next verse. Yamena na charcha, he is going to say next mantra. So next verse is going to say that. What is it that you should be worried about? Instead of worrying about the death of everybody, worry about your death. Now, don't keep going to the doctors and keep popping pills. What is worry about your death means what? Worry about death means it's not dying. Are you able to follow? Worry about death means it's not about not dying. Why? Why? Because you don't have a choice. If you have chosen not to be born, you need not worry about death. Having chosen to be born, you have to die. ஒரே entertainment இதில் என்ன? What is the only entertainment? Who's going to go first? அவ்வளவுதான் entertainment. Isn't it? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? அவ்வளவுதான் entertainment இதில். If you want to avoid death, you should avoid birth. Having born, you have to Shochanan Prajna, but you speak like a wise man, Arjuna. The Vedanta class student, mother, you speak. Isn't it? Hey, you speak like a wise person. Maybe lot of GDs you would have attended, I think. He said. Yeah. You speak like a wise person, Arjuna, but nothing. Why? Are you able to follow? What is clarity? Worrying about that which doesn't deserve to be worried. Are you able to follow? You need not worry about the world, but you worry about the world so much. You should worry about yourself and you don't worry at all about yourself. Clarity means agamapayinaha anityaha. Always remember this. Clarity means agamapayinaha anityaha. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam. Are you able to follow? Yasya brahmani ramate chittam means this person has having the clarity all the time. What is the clarity all the time? It is agamapayinaha anityaha. It is agamapayinaha anityaha. It is agamapayinaha anityaha. As long as you are remembering this all the time, in one part of you, you are remembering Brahman. You cannot remember Brahman directly. You cannot remember because you don't know what it is to Brahman. Now, what is meant by remembering Brahman? Or you don't know Brahman. Or you can't say remembering Brahman means Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nityo, Nirvikalpo, Niranjanaha, all that doesn't, all that will not help. Or I will remember Kenopanishad mantras, sir. Or I will remember Isavasa Upanishad mantras. Does it mean remembering Brahman? No. What is remembering Brahman means? Remembering Brahman means Agama Painaha Anityaha. Agama Painaha Anityaha. Agama Painaha Anityaha. And you worry about that which doesn't deserve to be worried. Deserve to be worried means inevitable. Worrying about the inevitable is foolish. Are you able to follow? Supposing if a person says, I am worried that I am going to get old. What will you tell that person? The child says, I am worried that I am going to become a teenager. That you are happy, no? But from teenager to middle age, why the worry? From middle age to old age, why the worry? From old age to death, why the worry? Are you able to follow? Adula unpleasant, but this is very, very pleasant. Are you able to follow? So what is Brahmani? Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. Thinking about Brahman, thoughts on Brahman, thoughts on Brahman, thoughts on Brahman means remembering the divine. What is remembering the divine? You cannot directly remember the divine, for you do not know what it is. Therefore, what happens? Whatsoever thought comes, you understand it as whatsoever worry comes, you understand it as worrying about the inevitable. Agamapayinaha anityaha. Why worry about that which is inevitable? Worry about that which is ever present. Worry about the Sashwata. Are you able to follow? Worry about that which is permanent. Worry about that which is Sashwata. Worry about that which is going to save you. Worry about that. What is going to save you? What is going to save you? Level number 1. What is going to save you? Dharma. Level number 2. Karma Yoga. Level number 3. Out of syllabus, forget it. We'll just stick to 2. Dharma and out of syllabus, what is the provision? Clear? Are you able to follow? So, worry about means instead of spending your energies on that, think about this. Think about dharma. Think about how much of your actions and thoughts are in line with dharma. How much of your actions are in line with karma yoga? Dharma, karma yoga, dharma. If you are remembering these two, you are remembering Brahman. Are you able to follow? If you are remembering these two, then you are remembering Brahman. If you violate these two and then say, I am remembering Brahman, I don't know, whatever be that Brahman, nothing will happen. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. Even relatively, if you want to be happy, even relatively, if you want stability, even relative stability, relative happiness, let your thoughts be on these two. What are the two? First, dharma. First, dharma. Then comes dharma, karma yoga. Sequence utradingo. Don't put the cart before the horse. Sequence is dharma and keep to that. Nandati, nandati, nandati eva. You will be happy, you will be happy, you will be happy. This dharma and karma, etc., shantanam, vitaragina, mumukshatvam will increase. Are you able to follow? This dharma and karma alone will increase mumukshatva. Mukshu namapekshoyam atmabodho vidiyate. Mukshadva இல்லாதவங்க கிட்ட உபனிஷத் பேசுறது, talking Upanishad to those who doesn't have mumukshatva is like rain in the desert sand. It will just very, at the most, very entertaining, sir. Beyond that, nothing happens. Are you able to follow? Therefore, the sequence. What is the sequence? Venkat, எல்லாருக்கும் பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கொடுத்து ரிட்ரீட் வரணும்னு சொல்லிடுங்க இல்லையா? ஓ, யூ ஒன்லி செட் தட் நோ சார், அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. எவ்ரி பனிஷ்மெண்ட் எவ்ரிபடி மஸ்ட் கம். இஃப் பீப்புள் ஆர் நாட் கம்மிங், ஹூ எவர் சூசஸ் டு கம், 2 fees they have to pay. If they come, 1 fee. If they choose not to come, double the fees. I mean, remember that. If you choose to come, 1 fee. If you choose not to come, 2 fee. Vijayarangal. சரியா? ஆமா. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. You will be happy, you will be happy, you will be happy indeed. Yes.
Message posted.
There is a question posted, is it?
Yes, WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. You figure that out. Say that. He's not. Yes.
Okay. On the one hand, I resolve to bring about a change within myself, such as avoiding dependency, recognizing that dependency leads to pampering others and being pampered in return at various levels. This makes me feel as though I am nothing more than a bundle of dependencies.
Yes.
And on the other hand,
Hmm.
I justify my actions by saying I do them for my family, my husband and my child, and perceive these actions as selfless and sacrificial, which means I am free from all traces of dependencies.
Yes.
So one hand I feel I'm a bundle of dependency,
Yes.
and the other hand I feel I am not dependent at all because I'm doing for my family.
Correct.
So I don't know where is the error in thinking and what is the fallacy.
The fallacy, the question that she is asking is, on the one hand, you are saying I'm a bundle of dependency. On the other hand, you don't know me. I'm only serving. That's what she said. So where is the contradiction? Yeah. On the one hand, you are saying I'm a bundle. On the other hand, I know about me. Who am I? You brought breakfast, no? Because you are sitting here, I'm saying all this. No. Aparna brings breakfast, therefore I'm asking her, have you brought in breakfast? Yeah, that's why. On the one hand, I resolve to bring about change within myself, such as avoiding dependency, recognizing that dependency leads to pampering others and being pampered in return at various levels. Correct. This makes me feel as though I'm nothing more than a bundle of dependencies. On the other hand, I justify my actions by saying I do them for my family, my husband, my child, and perceive these actions as selfless and sacrificial, free from any trace of dependency. Where is the error in my thinking? What is the fallacy here? The second paragraph that she has written is the autobiography of every human being. The second paragraph is the autobiography of every human being, because every human being thinks All human being thinks they are only doing that. That is why beyond a point, everybody thinks Vedanta is very good, sir, but for others, not for me. Vedanta is very good for others, not for me. Why? Because I'm already doing only that. No. Where is the fallacy? Where is the fallacy in this thinking? The fallacy in the thinking is here. Fallacy is this. Hmm? Fallacy in thinking. Clue. 2-letter word and 4-letter word. Fallacy in thinking. லெக்சர்லாம் கொடுக்காதீங்க வைஸ்மேன். அதனால தான் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்காக சொல்கிறேன். 2-letter word and 4-letter word. That is a fallacy in thinking. What is a fallacy in thinking? Me and mine. Are you able to follow? Me and mine is the fallacy in thinking. Are you able to follow? The day I can remove that me and mine, then only sacrifice is possible. I cannot say mine and sacrifice. Mine and sacrifice never goes together. Are you able to follow? Because when you say mine, carefully follow. The fallacy in thinking is this. When you say mine and help the other, you are helping yourself. Because it's yours, no, it's you, no. Are you able to follow? When you say mine and sacrifice will never go together. Why? Because the moment you have said mine, it has become part of you. Therefore, you are helping yourself. Where is the sacrifice here? Are you able to follow? Where is the sacrifice here? To do it without calling me and mine is sacrifice. Are you able to follow? The fallacy in thinking is nothing but calling it as mine. Instead of calling it as mine, call it, say, instead of calling as mine, say, instead of calling as mine, say, 6-letter word. இது யாராலும் சொல்ல முடியாது. 6-letter word. Instead of saying mine, say the 6-letter word. What is that? Indebtor. I am indebted. Are you able to follow? I am in debt. INDEBT. அவ்வளவுதான். How to overcome the fallacy? What is the fallacy? Me and mine is the fallacy. What is the way to overcome the fallacy? Indebtedness. Are you able to follow? Indebtedness. Indebtedness means gratitude. Indebtedness means gratitude. So I serve not because it is mine. I serve because I am grateful. Are you able to follow? I serve not because it is mine. I serve because I am grateful. You cannot do that. In order to serve, you have to call it as mine. Are you able to follow? That's the fallacy. Avoid this fallacy. Avoid this fallacy. How do you avoid this fallacy? Minus is imaginary. Minus is imaginary. Minus is imaginary. Are you able to follow that? We cannot call it as imaginary. We have to call it as real. How do you say it is imaginary? Rama taught us in Yoga Vasishta. Rama beautifully taught us in Yoga Vasishta. What did he say? How many fathers I have had in the past? How many more fathers I'm going to have in the future? How many mothers I had in the past? How many more mothers I'm going to have in the future? Like that, everything. For each and everything that I call as mine, I go on violating. I go on violating the dharma. I go on violating the dharma. Are you able to follow? The moment you call it as mine, there is a legitimacy in violating dharma. The moment you call it as mine, you feel it is legitimate to violate dharma. That's the fallacy. That's the downfall. That's the downfall. That's why in this culture we always say the husband is called Bharta, supporter of dharma. The wife is called Dharma Patni, supporter of dharma. Both should ensure that you both should ensure that you both should ensure that you follow dharma. Yeah. Minus one, the dharma is gone. Full stop. If minus comes, dharma goes out. Why? Because you will feel legitimate to do. You will feel so legitimate to do all the things that you will criticize when others are doing. Remember that. The moment you call mine, you will do everything that you will do all the adharmic activities. When others do it, you will criticize it. And when you do it, you think you are doing a great, noblest service. Why? Mine. Infatuation. Are you able to follow? The moment the mind, the infatuation comes, you will start doing actions. Now, if somebody were to do the same action, will you be okay with it? You will criticize it. You will tear open the person. You'll make a mincemeat of that person. But when you do it, it looks legitimate to you. Why? Because of infatuation. Are you able to understand the difference? This is how you need to understand. Follow what is dharma. Follow that dharma. What is dharma? And to stick to dharma requires some courage. Yeah, some spine, some backbone. Vivekananda said, isn't it? 3 people with backbone is enough, he said. Amongst 8 billion, 3 people with backbone is enough. I tell you, only he could have. Nobody else will have. Why? Because the me and mine is so much. The me and mine is so much. So what is the fallacy in thinking? The fallacy in thinking is I can associate only if it is mine. No. What is the right way of associating? The right way of associating is with gratitude. The moment you start thinking of gratitude, universal it becomes. Because gratitude cannot be restricted to 1 or 2. That's how the circle of identification goes on increasing. How does the circle of identification goes on increasing? The moment you become grateful. Because the moment you become grateful, you know how many are contributing, and how can you restrict that contribution to just one or 2 people? You follow? Fallacy in thinking is giving credit to some who doesn't deserve that credit. Everybody does some little bit. That's where gratitude makes you to understand that how you are supported by the entire creation, and you will serve the entire creation. Opposite of that is what? Oh no, sir. I am the one who has. No doubt others are serving, but comparatively, the husband says, no doubt the wife is serving, but you should agree that what I am doing is slightly more than. The wife says, no doubt, sir, Arlapao is working hard, doing this. I agree with all that. But knowledge gone, isn't it? But what I am doing is slightly better than they don't know. Very well follow. The very idea of mine is the fallacy in thinking. To sacrifice, mindness has to be there is the fallacy. To serve, mindness has to be there is the fallacy. Are you able to follow? The moment you get close to that person, the very person whom you are serving, you want to kick also. The very person that you are serving, you want to break the bones of that person also. Why? Mindlessly you get too close, and when you get too close, it stings. When you get too close, it stings. Therefore, what happens? You maintain so when you say mine, you get too close, and when you get too close, it just that closeness, the obnoxious it's stinking it is, and then because of that you run away. Are you able to follow? In that period, something in that in between period, you say, I served, I sacrificed, I sacrificed. How much I sacrificed, sir? In return, what I got? This is what I got. Don't worry. Nothing will happen. Are you able to follow? What is the fallacy in thinking? The fallacy in thinking is to serve, you don't need mindness. All that you need to do to serve is what? Gratitude. Indebtedness. Compared to me being served, I am not serving at all in return. Angada service will start. Compared to me being served versus what I am doing in return is nothing. Then energy comes, motivation comes. You will go on and on and on. You can go more and more and more. Sir, are you able to follow? This is the fallacy. Amit.
Hari Om. You said, I heard we have to do two things. One is lead a dharmic life, and two, do karma yoga.
Yeah.
But leading a dharmic life by itself doesn't it by itself make us do karma yoga? Like, what's the difference between following a dharmic life and performing karma yoga? That's one question.
Yes.
And the other one is the aspect of mindness. And let's just say in the case of Vivekananda, he was serving his guru all his life. He was talking about his guru.
Yes.
So isn't that a case of mindness?
Yes. I'll come to that. I'm not saying yes doesn't mean, I'm not saying he is having mindness. I'm not saying that. Did Vivekananda have mindness in relation to the guru? Try that mindness, you will know how difficult it is. Try it out. Then you will know how difficult it is. Try it out, little bit. Try it out. Vivekananda, beautiful. Have you read his lectures in London lectures of Vivekananda on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? I tell you, my God, even when I think of that only, I get so inspired. If anything meaningful comes out of this mouth, remember that it is Ramakrishna's. If anything useless comes out of this mouth, don't blame him for that, it is mine. Oh God, I tell you, that man, that man is just a bundle of emotions. That's all. Beautiful emotion, extraordinary emotion. To the Guru, Ramakrishna. He kept his Guru's name to the mission, no? Even though it was his mission, it's not Ramakrishna's mission. Ramakrishna's mission is whose mission? Amit. Ramakrishna's mission is Vivekananda's mission. It is not Ramakrishna's mission. If you have given a choice to Ramakrishna, his mission would have been different, not this. So it is Vivekananda's mission. His devotion to the Guru. Now, Amit, you can never, in Guru Bhakti, you can never have mindness. Carefully follow. In Guru Bhakti, you can never have mindness because The moment you have minus in the Guru Bhakti, the Guru will smash your head into 1,000 pieces. He will smash your head into 1,000 pieces and you will get so angry with the Guru and you will leave. Are you able to follow? He will go back again and again and again. He goes back again and again and again. So you know, he had cancer, he had tuberculosis, all that he had. Ramakrishna had that. In those days, everybody will have that. Yeah, everybody will have that. So he used to constantly spit. He used to constantly spit. So there will be always a thing next to him because as he is talking, he will be every 10 minutes he has to spit. So one day, another person was taking and throwing. As he was taking to throw it out, no, he was feeling slightly uncomfortable touching it. You know that, no, what comes out when you spit? No, the what do you call that? Sputum, comes out. Now, how will you like to touch it? Your own you will not like to touch. Why will you want to touch? No. And he saw that irritation in the other person's face. You know what he did? Don't try all that. Dramatical, don't try all that. Even if you try, you can't. Even if you try, you can't. Don't try all that. You know what he did? Amit. Does anybody know what he did? Does anybody know what he did? Type பண்ணுங்க. Anybody knows what he did? Type it out. அது எப்படி பார்க்கறது நான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் இப்போ. Okay. Because I don't know when I will say type, but I don't know where to go and see it. That's why I'm saying type. Because I know I am not going to see it at all. What he did? Correct. He took it and he drank it. If because of this I'm going to die, it's worth dying, he said. Are you able to follow? Adallam dramatic. Nobody can even go anywhere near that. Impossible. Impossible it is. Oh, that is so foolish, sir. That's just being very impulsive. That's just being very impulsive. No, Vedanta said we should be very objective. No, it should be very, very impulsive. Ramakrishna will say, keep that objectivity and Narayana, God will save you. Are you able to follow? So that the minus of in Guru Bhakti, there is no minus because he is not saying my Guru. He is saying it is Jagat Guru. My Guru means nobody else should come other than me. Yeah, as my Guru. Jagat Guru. What does Jagat Guru means? Like the sun, my Guru is available to. Jagat Guru means like the sun. Just as the sun is available to. Just as the sun is available to everybody, the Guru grace and teachings is available to everybody. You will not like to go and associate with that Guru. If the sun says, I will send you one special package for rest and all, ordinary package. For you, one special package I will send you. We will like that Guru. Or I will follow Anga. So Ramakrishna and Vivekananda's minus is not minus at all. It's a figurative way of saying my Guru. That's all. There is no minus in the Guru. Why? Because he understands it as Jagat Guru. My wealth. Sorry, you don't know Tamil, no? Okay. My wealth. Nobody else should touch it. Correct? My Guru. Nobody should come to the Guru. Are they the same? Is minus the same? Isn't minus here? Are you able to understand the question? My wealth. Nobody should touch it. My child. Nobody should. Should. My husband. Please take away, sir. My wife. Take away. Are you able to follow what I'm saying? That minus is entirely of a, there is no minus at all here. It's so qualitatively different. This is answering the first question. Now the second question. Will not a dharmic life automatically help you to grow to karma yoga? Correct, Amit? The next question. Will not dharmic life automatically help you to go into karma yoga? No. Dharmic life plus swadhyaya. Dharmic life plus swadhyaya will take you to karma yoga. Dharmic life without swadhyaya will only take you to swarga, shine punya, you will come back. Remember that. Dharmic life will not automatically lead you to karma yoga. Dharmic life is very necessary. You can't only do self-study and go and do karma yoga. That is not possible. One set of people think only I study Vedanta, directly I'll go to karma yoga. Another set of people, dharma, dharmic life, punya, that's it. Vedanta comes and says, no. Dharmic life plus self-study will give you the clarity to go to karma yoga. Are you able to follow? Only self-study without dharmic life is just intellectual entertainment. Again, mere study of the scriptures, self-study, Shravana, Manana, and all that, without dharmic life is just an intellectual entertainment and ego-fulfilling activity. Dharmic life by itself is punya karma. Lot of good activities. Are you able to follow? Now, both independently cannot do anything. Both must combine. Both should combine together. Very good question. Amit, you got up on the right side today. Even though all the questions that you asked are you worthless, but sometimes one good question you asked. Karma yoga to do, you need two pedals. What is it? Dharmic life plus study of the scriptures. Dharmic life alone by itself cannot take you. Shastric study alone by itself cannot take you. Like Shastric study by itself, it can take a person to karma yoga. All university professors teaching philosophy should be doing karma yoga, attain liberation. But none of them get there. Why? Because the dharmic life is missing. And there are people who are into dharmic life, get into a swarga, punya, etc. But again, Upanishad comes and says, Kshine punye. Kshine punye, anyway, then why get it, sir? First get it. Then worry about Kshine. Are you able to follow? Therefore, dharmic life and the study is the combined formula. But then what happens is, I have seen this. In most of those who come to study, ridicule dharma and they don't lead a dharmic life at all. Again, most of them who come in to study, they ridicule dharma and they don't lead a dharmic life at all. Because of thinking that they are doing something so extraordinarily great, they think they can violate. They think they can violate all codes. They think they can violate all the roads, all the rules. Are you able to follow? Therefore, to do karma yoga means right action with right attitude. Karma yoga means the right action with right attitude. So karma yoga means bhakti yoga combined. So karma bhakti combined. So karma yoga means right action with right attitude. For you to perform right action with right attitude, you need a dharmic life and study. 1 hour you study, 23 hours you live dharmic. Both put together alone helps you to grow. Are you able to follow? Most of the time in the modern day context, dharma itself is taught as karma yoga. Dharma itself is taught as karma yoga, which is not the right thing to do, which is wrong, because karma yoga means nitya naimittika karma. Dharma means kamya karma done under rules and regulations. What is the difference between dharma and karma yoga? Carefully follow the difference. Dharma means pursuing kamya karma with guidance. Artha kama. In karma yoga, there is only karma yoga there is no artha kama. Karma yoga is only nitya naimittika karma. Now, karma yoga is not nitya naimittika karma, kamya karma combined. These are all not technical, very common sense, but utter confusion. But good that you asked this question. I am able to say, even though most of the times I don't want to say it like that. Dharmic life means pursuing arthakama under rules and regulations is dharma. The starting point of life is pursuing arthakama, not karma yoga. If the starting point of life is karma yoga, you have already done this work, it means that. Are you able to follow? Therefore, in the sequence, the first one is dharmic life. What is dharmic life? Pursuing arthakama. As you are pursuing arthakama, you don't do only that. Every day you do swadhyaya, self-study. Every day you do. When you pursue arthakarma, you will have no time for anything else. So the shastric study will infuse what? 30 minutes in a day, do this. 45 minutes in a day, do this. It slowly it infuses you. Are you able to follow? And then you mature. What do you mature into? Start deciding to live a life of karma yoga. What is living a life of karma yoga means? Nitya naimittika karma, full stop, nothing else. Other than nitya naimittika karma, I have no other interest in life. Why? Because that itself is so meaningful and so purposeful. Why will you go into that? Why will you go into the other activities? So nitya naimittika karma alone becomes karma yoga. And you don't stop there also. You don't stop with nitya naimittika karma, etc. Why? Because karma cannot directly lead you to moksha. Pakasya vakhniva jnanam vina moksho na siddhyati. Atmabodha. Remember that verse? Pakasya vakhniva jnanam vina moksho na siddhyati. Aviroditaya karma avirodhi. Aviroditaya karma navidyam vinivartaye vidya nihantyeva tejas timira sangavat. Atmabodha. He explains it very beautifully. The sequence is explained very well there, rightly. Are you able to follow? Amit. Therefore, you don't stop with nitya naimittika karma also. You go up. Nitya naimittika karma, you need not drop, it will drop. They will leave you. Performance of nitya naimittika karma is your effort. You don't need to drop nitya naimittika karma. It will drop. It will leave. It will leave you. Example. Ramana went and sat. Ramakrishna went. It will leave. It will leave by itself. And Buddha left. Buddha left in the middle of the night. He left. They will leave you. You need not leave them. Are you able to follow? Therefore, for all practical purposes, our focus should be on what? The dharmic life plus the study. The dharmic life plus the study. In the dharmic life, a few things comes in, whatever be it. I'm not discussing what is that. To answer your question, will not dharmic life automatically take you to karma yoga? The answer is No, it will not take you automatically. Dharmic life plus study combined matures. To understand it in the other way, understand the sequence very clearly. Brahmacharya ashrama, grihastha ashrama, vanaprastha ashrama, sannyasa ashrama. Shrama na difficulty. Ashrama means more difficulty. He will say, I want to come to ashram, sir. I said, for what I will ask? Oh, 1 week I can relax. No, I think you have to go to a resort. Yeah, you go to a resort and get drunk, you will be relaxed there. Ashrama. Shrama na difficulty. Ashrama na avidya madri. Vidya, avidya. Will you say avidya or avidya? Will say avidya. Will say ajnanam or ajnanam? Ajnanam. But here it is not ashrama. It is ashrama. Na more nartho. Shrama means difficulty. Ashrama means more difficulty. So brahmacharya ashrama difficulty. Grihastha ashrama difficulty. Vanaprastha ashrama difficulty. Sannyasa ashrama difficulty. Abra engada happiness. Then where is happiness? Yasya brahmani ramade chittam nandati nandati nandatyeva. You will follow? No, பஸ்திலே இருக்கணுமா சார் கஷ்டப்பட்டுனே இருக்கணுமா are we to be perpetually in sorrow and suffering? This, what is that fellow? Self-inducing pain. The fellow likes, no, ego, they like to, there's some kind of a mental thing they have, no, where they like to, one person like to irritate others will whip themselves, no. Spiritual path is not something like that. You grow into this maturity. Amit, this is answering both your questions. We'll continue with 20 in the next session.